Was Abraham Lincoln a president?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was just a publical figure.
Welcome back to Delulu Diaries, where the timelines don't match, but the receipts always do. We have a lot of little tidbits to get to today, so I'm just going to go ahead and hop straight in. I know some of this is information that you guys probably already know, but not everybody watches every creator, so I just want to make sure if you watch my channel that you are fully in on the tea. So for those of you who are not aware, Amberlynn's last videos where she posted all of her what I eat in a day on TikToks have been mass reported. And as a result of that, she is no longer going to be recommended by TikTok. So you can still see her content for now if you go to her TikTok page directly. But if you're just scrolling through TikTok, which is 95% of how people use that platform, her videos will no longer be recommended. This is a huge deal because TikTok already does not pay very much for posted videos. Most of the money on TikTok is from lives. And now she is getting way fewer views on the TikToks that she does post because of the fact that she can't stop posting eating videos. It's very difficult to talk about in depth because of the kind of terminology that YouTube won't let you say anymore. They won't even let you use the initials for it, but basically, she is promoting a type of eating that YouTube and TikTok do not like, and so that is what she got reported for and why she is currently restricted, but very, very likely will be banned for this kind of content, which she is still posting, by the way, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But I do also want to talk about the whole Xios Emily thing because there has been some more stuff that has come out about that if you guys didn't see. I'm going to post Apathetic Facts' video down below in case you guys want to see all the clips from Bus. But basically what happened was that on Bus, I think it was yesterday, might have been the day before, but sometime this week on Bus, Fupa leaked DMs between Emily and Xios. Amber found out about it. And so now there's this whole big drama where Emily has supposedly been in Xios' DMs. I don't know exactly what was said because the exact things that were being talked about were not shared. But I do know that Fupa was talking to Amber saying, hey, I've seen the unredacted version. Emily is still lying and going behind your back talking to Xios. Amber is still acting like a girlfriend who believes that their partner is cheating. Because she was asking for receipts, for proof, to be sent, like, the DMs and such. Then Xios got irritated with Fupa for telling Amber what was going on. So it's this whole big convoluted mess. Again, I'll link Apathetic's video down below if you guys want to see that, but really, aside from the fact that there's this whole triangle of drama going on, we don't learn too much because we don't get to see anything that Emily actually directly says to Xios. It's all just basically Xios being upset that Amber has seen the screenshots that were sent, if that makes sense. So there's drama about drama that we can't see. Now, my understanding has always been that Emily wants Xios, but Xios does not want Emily. So I don't think that Xios and Emily are, like, officially together or anything, regardless of what's going on in those DMs. I think that it's one of those things where Xios gets money from Emily because Emily sends gifts or something like that. And so obviously Xios is not going to shut that down. But at the same time, you know, you have to put those boundaries in place when you have fans that are going that hard, if that kind of makes sense to you guys. But let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. I just think that if Xios wanted Emily, they would be together. I just don't think that Xios likes the drama that goes on between Emily and Amber. I think that she does like getting notoriety from it, but I don't think that she actually enjoys the drama. So she's kind of like having to choose what to do because she says all the time that she doesn't want to get caught up with the Amber and Emily bullshit. But if that was the case, she could just stop talking to Emily and it would, for the most part, go away. So I think that while she doesn't like the actual drama, she does like getting the notoriety from it. Which I will say, I don't know how she's getting notoriety from it because if you tried watching her live streams, it is so boring. I really tried to keep up with her and like get in on what was going on with her, but every time I tune into a live stream, it's just her scrolling on her phone, not saying anything, not really engaging with chat. So, you know, I know she has people on her channel every once in a while, but I'm just not willing to sit through hours of her sitting on her phone scrolling, not making content, just in the hopes that something interesting might happen. I don't have time for that. That's pretty much the tea on the Emily and Xio drama. The only other thing I'll add, because I actually didn't know this because I don't keep up with the LCU like that, but apparently Xio is going to be on the LCU. She was supposed to be on LCU Fire with Fupa. However, she now doesn't want to work with Fupa, so she's not going to go on that show. Amber did message in the bus chat that she was going to be back, saying that, like, Amber was going to go back onto the bus LCU show. I think there is a non-zero chance that this is manufactured drama and that in August, Amberlynn will come back to the LCU, Xio will come back to the LCU, and they'll either be on a show together duking it out, or they'll be on oppositional shows, kind of trying to recreate what was going on with Bus and Glass, how those two shows were kind of enemies with each other, if that makes sense. Like, kind of like in fake wrestling, how you have like a bad guy and a good guy and they're put at odds. I feel like they might be trying to angle for that because, like I said, we didn't see any of the unredacted messages between Xio and Emily, so it very easily could be faked. But time will tell. Either way, that's pretty much all of the like mini dramas going on. I do want to go ahead and take a quick look at Amber's latest TikToks because she has posted 2 new TikToks. I think she has consolidated her what I eat in a days into just one video per day. I haven't watched them yet, so I'm going to go ahead and splice them in here and watch them with you for the first time in this video.
Hello, so this is everything that I ate today. I'm going to be showing you guys all my meals and all my snacks. I am staying below 2,000 calories. I'm also doing intermittent fasting, and I'm telling you guys right now, after only one day of doing this, because today's day 2, I already feel so much better.
As a reminder from yesterday's video, I am not going to be calculating the calories alongside this video. I'm just going to mostly take her word for it. I do believe that she's lying. I do believe that she's eating over the 2,000, but I just don't want to like super analyze every single meal that she's having. So I just want to put that out there because I did see a couple of people being like, oh, she ate way more, blah, blah, blah. I don't want you to think I'm missing that. It's just that I don't feel confident enough to guesstimate how many calories she's having. So if you're interested in that, I'm sure there's other channels that are doing that, but I'm just going to speak on what I feel confident about. And what I feel confident about is that this is day 2. There is no way that she would be feeling better just 2 days into eating this, least of all if this is her first meal of the day, so she hasn't even had 2 full days of eating. She's just saying she woke up feeling better, and her tone is like depressed, especially compared to like the smug manic energy that we got the day prior to this. So already off to a poor start.
So imagine if I'm consistent for a month, 2 months, 100 days. Like, I'm so excited. So my first meal is 2 clementines, and then I made this like egg scramble type of deals. So we have 3 eggs, there's chicken, a serving of shredded cheese, I put tapatio on top afterwards, some scallions, some seasoning. So that is what I'm having for breakfast.
I don't know if she's baiting or what she's doing, but 3 eggs for breakfast when you already know that people say something every time you eat eggs is crazy. I don't know if she is like literally trying to rage bait so that people talk about it, and I don't even know how she would benefit from that. Like I said, she's not getting recommended on TikTok anymore, so the only people coming to her channel are people who are seeking her out, which is people who know her past. And then she's like barely monetized. Like, she basically is not going to be earning much money off of TikTok at all because it already is not, like I said, a good paying platform. I don't think she's going to come back to YouTube. I don't know if she's going to be back on the LCU. But either way, like, I don't understand what the rage baiting would get her at this point. But I don't know any other reason why she would be starting her day off with 3 eggs, knowing that she always gets shit for eating eggs. It's just baffling to me. Either way, I know that in my last video, I did not do a great job of cutting out the eating noises. I was trying to be a little bit lazy just because, like I said, I have a sick kid, so I'm trying to tend to that. But in this one, I am going to try to cut the eating noises out a little bit more. So if you're just listening and not watching, if you hear little moments of silence, that's what's going on, is that I'm just cutting the audio.
It was so good. Nature's candy, baby.
Maybe this is me just being nitpicky. I have never eaten an orange like that. The way that she bites into it and just has like half of the mandarin orange in her mouth. I know that they're smaller oranges, but like, I don't know. I struggle to think of a time that I've even had an orange where I didn't separate it into segments. Now, for a mandarin orange, if I pull 2 segments off, I might eat 2 segments at a time. But like, to eat half of a mandarin orange in one bite is crazy. And a lot of you guys made commentary on my last video that it seemed like she was trying to make content for a certain community that Tommy is a part of. And I agree, which I think is part of the reason why she got so many reports on her. I think that she absolutely is trying to dip her hand in a little bit of every pot. I think she's trying to appeal to Tommy's community by taking these huge bites, by saying things like, oh my gosh, I made the orange squirt. I mean, what she actually said was a lot worse than that, but I want to keep it safe for YouTube. But that's what she said in the last video. And then also just like the weird food combinations feels very like for a specific audience. But then I think she's also trying to cultivate the diet audience by being in phase 1 of her cycle, where she can be like, oh, look at this dieting stuff. And then I think she's just trying to wait and see which one gets her more notoriety, which one pays her more, what she has an option to do. And so as a result, she's doing both types of content, not to the best of her ability. It's kind of watered down versions of both.
All right, you guys, so it is time for lunch. I have tons of lettuce, and then I have leftover lean beef from yesterday where I have salsa, taco seasoning, some other seasonings, some tapatio, and then I have a serving of cottage cheese on top of here. For some crunch, I'm gonna add some of these wild protein crackers. These are literally just made with chicken, bone broth from chicken, and smoked Gouda. That's it. So 20 is a serving, so I'm just gonna count them out. 17 is enough. Baby, you just scared the living. Whew, you scared me.
Okay, not that I'm against her not having a full serving of something when she knows that enough is enough, but it is weird to me that she specifically says that she's gonna have a full serving, which is 20, and then she says 17 is enough. They're pretty small. Like, I don't want this to sound like I'm advocating for her to have more. It's just confusing to me. Why would you not just add the 3 more to make it the full serving? Or have half, like, just as somebody who calorie counts, I try to always make the math easy on myself. So if I don't have a full portion, I'll have a half or a quarter so that it's easy to do the math. Like, to do 17 instead of 20, I mean, she could round up to 20 for the calories. Like, she could just add extra calories in to her count, knowing that she didn't consume them, but just to make the math easy. I just don't feel like Amber is the type of person to do that. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys think that I'm like really overreacting to this or something. I just thought that was a weird choice. Like, it almost feels like she pulled out 17 and then just was too lazy to reach in and get 3 more out of the bag or something. But besides that point, I do want to touch on the cat thing a little bit. I know some people have cats that just jump on them. I've seen like videos of that on the internet, but it's weird to me that her cat just jumps on her like she's a couch. I don't mean that to sound rude about her size or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, my cat, if my cat was going to jump on me, my cat would jump on my lap. The way that her cat just like jumps over her shoulder and onto her chest as if it's a piece of furniture. I don't know. Is that normal for other people? I've had a couple of cats in my life. Like, I grew up with cats. I had cats with my first boyfriend. I have a different cat now. So I've been around 5, 6 cats, something like that. And I've never once had a cat jump on like my shoulders or my chest like that. It's always just onto a flat surface like my lap. But maybe I just haven't had that personality of cat. So let me know if you have a cat that does that.
I could genuinely eat this every single day. I had it last night for dinner, and I was like, oh, thank God I have leftovers. So this is 2 servings of lean beef. Tons of lettuce, hell yeah.
She is so extra with the noises she makes, but the look on her face does not match them. She looks miserable eating this. On top of that, it really drives me crazy that she's like fluffing the lettuce while she's talking, because that sound actually bothers me as bad, if not worse, than the sound of her actually eating. But her eating sounds in general in this video were just so bad. Like, I feel like she must have done something to her mic settings to make it more like ASMR vibed, because it was so obnoxious. Either way, I guess I don't really have much commentary on lunch. It's pretty much the same thing she had lunch for yesterday, which I yesterday found disgusting. Today I find it disgusting again. I don't like cottage cheese. I don't feel like this meal appeals to me in any sort of way, so it could just be a me personally thing. But even when she says, I was like, thank God I have leftovers, she does not sound sincere in that at all. I think that this is just one of those things where A, her money is running kind of tight, so she's trying to stay on budget, which means if you have a meal prepped, you got to eat that meal, even if you made it and it sucks, because that's what you have in the house. And then the other part of it is that, you know, I think that she genuinely does not have very much culinary experience, which is so crazy to me, because I know we talk a lot about the opportunities she's had to get help for herself because of her access to time, money, resources, etc. But she has also had that same time to like take a cooking class. Why not? If it's something that you enjoy doing, why not take a makeup class, learn how to do your eyebrows properly? Why not take a cooking class and learn how to cook some really simple, delicious meals? It baffles me that she would prefer to live a hoarder type lifestyle with the shopping instead of paying for experiences that would actually improve her life in the long run. Like, even the food classes and the eyebrow classes may not improve her health necessarily, but would make her quality of life better, because she says she likes doing makeup. She clearly loves getting compliments on her eyeliner, and it bothers her that people say that her eyebrows aren't done well. She wouldn't have to deal with that if she just took a makeup class, and they're not expensive to just go to like an Ulta or a Sephora or something like that and get one of their little makeup classes for one area of your face, which her eyebrows is clearly her biggest struggle. And then, like I said, to do the cooking class, that is obviously more pricey, but it also is a life skill, so I feel like that's worth it. And for somebody who eats so much, she would get so much bang for her buck on that. But I know, we all know she's too lazy for it.
Okay, you guys, so it is dinner time. In the air fryer, I made 2 chicken sausages. They're jalapeno chicken sausages. I cut up red potatoes, added some garlic salt, also just air fried those, and then I made some Brussels sprouts. So 2 servings of potatoes, 2 servings of chicken sausage, which is just 2 chicken sausages. And then I don't know how that's even possible, but supposedly this is 2 servings of Brussels sprouts. I don't know how, because it's not even that many, but that is my meal. And honestly, like, eating healthier foods like this throughout the day, like, it satisfies you more than junk, which I know, girl, like, everyone knows that. Like, I get it. Oh yeah, this slaps.
The fact that she's confused by the serving size of the Brussels sprouts tells me that I was absolutely spot on yesterday when I said that she totally just guessed on how many calories of Brussels sprouts she had on her plate, because had she weighed out yesterday's portion, she wouldn't be surprised today about what a portion of Brussels sprouts looks like. So I already knew she wasn't going to be counting that, but this just kind of makes me feel a little bit more validated in that. Second of all, for her to be so smug, I mean, the little hair toss, to be like, oh yeah, you guys, eating like this is just the way to go. I mean, I don't know if she is really trying to rage bait or if she actually feels that way. I hope it's rage bait. I hope that it is rage bait. That being said, I genuinely think that she is saying this, hoping that we will believe it. And I think she's only saying it because she's like trying to trick her mind into believing it. I don't believe that she's satisfied eating these meals, and I don't believe that she is being genuine with the advice she's saying. We all know that a big part of the reason she started her YouTube channel to begin with is that she loves watching weight loss content and how inspirational they are. So I think she wants to be an inspiration, but she just doesn't know how or have the desire to put the effort in to actually do the work that she needs to do to lose weight.
All right, so snack time. I'm having 1 chocolate rice cake with a Laughing Cow cheese, 3 of these little popsicles. 5 is a serving for only 80 calories, which is so crazy. And then I'm having 80 calories of kettle corn popcorners and 90 calories of the white cheddar.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who thought she had like a really cheap dried out burger patty when she opened the clip like that. I literally thought she was about to have a burger patty as a snack, but anyways, nope, we're just back on the same snack bowl she had the other day, minus the oranges because she had those with breakfast. So she got the cheese, the rice cake, the 2 bags of puffed air, and then 3 ice pops. I think that's kind of crazy, but like, the thing to me is that her snacks are all nothing, if that makes sense. Like the cheese, okay, that is a substantial amount of something going on. Like it's got some calories in there, it's got some fats, you know, a little bit of protein, but the rice cake is not going to have much going on. The popped air chips is not going to have much going on. Those little ice pops are like nothing. So it's weird to me that she's eating these nothing foods as a snack. Like, why not have one thing that's really filling instead of a bunch of small things? But again, it does work for some people. There are people who enjoy eating just like a huge amount of food. Like I know Will Tennyson likes to have a huge bowl of ice cream at the end of the night because it makes him feel like he was defeated by food and he likes that feeling. So Amber probably has the same kind of thing going on and just hasn't figured out how to make it work for her yet. But for me personally, that's a no. That being said, that was one of 2 videos that she has. I was going to put the other one in this video, but it is getting extremely late. So I think I'm going to have to cut that into tomorrow's video. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like, do you think that this is fully just her rage baiting? Do you think it is fully just content for Tommy's community? What do you think is going on? Because I really feel like there's a little bit of everything. I feel like she's trying to rage bait. I feel like she is trying to make certain scenes for Tommy's community. And I feel like she is still trying to see if maybe she can pop off being the inspirational weight loss YouTuber that she's always wanted to be. Either way, I think it's pretty undeniable that we're in phase 1 of the cycle. I'm curious to see if we're going to be able to see the entire cycle play out before she gets removed off of TikTok, because Karina said that TikTok is very quick to deplatform you compared to YouTube. So there's a chance we don't even get to see phase 2 of the cycle before she gets taken off of TikTok. And as I said before, I don't know if she's going back to the LCU. I know that if she does go back to the LCU, it will not be before August 1st. So we'll have to see what goes on with that. But let me know what you guys think. And until then, you already know. Stay Delulu, but not that Delulu. I'll catch you in the next one.